when you're young, you're at the lowest point in your life that you'll ever be. You're at the lowest out of all the dominance hierarchies out there. And it's such a shame that when we're young as men, no one tells us that life will even get better. We think that because we are where we are right now, it will forever be like this. But you need to understand that for a man, if you play life right, life will only get not only better, but exponentially better if you do the right things by becoming the man you were born to be. Now, if you don't achieve that, life's going to get worse. In fact, life's going to get exponentially worse. But if you put your head down, keep focused, life will get better for you. But my God, life for young boys sucks. To put it bluntly, it's crap. You have no money, you have no career, no women are checking for you. You don't really know who you really are just yet. You don't know what your real passions, your hobbies are just yet. Everything is just going to take a lot harder to get for you than it would be if you were an established 40-year-old man. Getting women will be harder. Getting money will be harder. Getting good jobs will be harder. Finding new contacts to build your business is going to be harder. Finding new clients is going to be harder. A lot of people won't take you seriously yet because guess what? You haven't proven yourself just yet. And it's hard, man. Constantly being low on money, and then you kind of have to do this thing where you come together when you want to go out with your boys, and then you put like £3 or £4 each until you can afford that £25 bottle of Hennessy, and then you ask who can chip in, you say, for the mixer, and who can chip in for this and who can chip in for that, and you don't really know it just yet because you're broke. But those things are just an annoyance. Like, if I want to buy a bottle of alcohol now, I'm going to buy a bottle of alcohol to myself. I don't need to be sharing that with nobody. But at that age, and I guess it's part of being that age anyway, and it's kind of fun to do that at that age because it's really sociable when you do those kind of sharing things. It's so difficult just to move anywhere. Like, you're just figuring out life. You don't even know your career just yet. Most of you when you're 20, the things that you think you're going to do when you're 20 aren't really going to be the things that you're going to do when you're 30, 35, 40. Your career is like up in arms, okay? In fact, I know most guys that are even in their 30s, their career is up in arms. And not having any money is really going to shape you because it's like, you want to go to the nice bars and the nice pubs and stuff like that, but guess what? You can't afford to go. So instead of paying £20 for a meal and then having to pay £7 for each pint, you're going to go down to the local Wetherspoons, where there you can pay £11 and get a whole sirloin steak meal with a free alcoholic drink included. Now that to you, that's going to be like God saving you from hell. But once you get to a certain age, you're going to be able to afford better than that. But the reason why you go there is because you really haven't got the means just yet. And it's so difficult because you're probably on minimum wage. You might not even be working just yet because you're in university. And life is just hell. It just sucks. There were so many times in my life when I just wanted to give up at that age because it just feels at that age like life is moving as slow as a snail trying to get down the high street. At that age for me, it felt like I was just constantly spinning my wheels. Like the wheels were spinning, but I actually wasn't moving anywhere. I.e., I was putting in all this effort, all of this love and passion and effort into everything that I did to get ahead in my work world and professional world and, romantic world. But none of these things felt as if they made a difference to the result. Because at 20, you are at the lowest point you will ever be. And it's so difficult down there, and so many young boys, they just really want a little helping hand, a little nudge to say like keep going. But at that age, the world's not gonna give you a keep going because they don't care about you, because guess what? You offer no value to the world at that point. You need to build your skills. You need to make a reason for the world to care about you. You see, when you're young, the world will not just build a pathway for your success. The world's going to make it hard for you, because why do they need to care about you? So the only way to really get ahead as a young man is to carve out your own path and go for it relentlessly. And you got to really be saying, I'm out here, I'm here, and the world is going to respect me by behaving like this, because I have this, and this to offer. And it's undeniable. It's the only way. The world for you as a young boy is not going to carve you out a helping hand, give you a second chance, give you opportunities. The only way you're going to get those things is if you say to the world, I've got something grand and big to offer, and I'm here to make a difference. It's the only way. If you think you're going to sit back and lie back and the world's going to come to you and help you and give you second chances and show you the love and the care, it's never going to happen. That is a young teenage boy fantasy. You've got to give up on this belief that the world cares about you. And it's a real hard thing for some men to accept, because for those men who grew up with a loving mother, you will constantly think about how your mum treated you growing up. Like, you'd fall over and your mum would come to your aid and she would kiss your leg. And even though it didn't actually make it feel better, it felt better because it was the comfort of someone being there for you. And then she would cook you your favorite meal and everything would be all right. You see, as a young man, that's all out of the window. No one's going to give you any help like that as a young man. Getting into a relationship or getting dates with women when you have nothing, oh my God, it is the hardest thing you'll ever do. Having nothing and trying to date a woman is the same thing as being 3'5" and trying to go to the highest shelf at the supermarket. It's going to be so difficult. Yes, can you tiptoe? Yes. Can you get a little mini ladder with a little stool where you can kind of prop yourself up and get there? Yes. But my God, the effort needed to exert all of that as compared to being 6'5" and just putting your hand up is wild. And what I'm trying to tell you is this: as you become more successful and have more status in your field, you're going to metaphorically become that 6'5" guy where all he has to do is just reach his hand up and grab the stuff from the shelf.